What's going on, you guys? Resto here. I want to apologize for the late upload. I couldn't upload anything for the past few days. I was originally supposed to be uploading a 70 twink montage that was supposed to be the last thing of World as a Draenor. I was making it World PvP. It was going to be a Fire Mage, and I don't know, the hype was real. I was really excited to start editing it and everything, and then I realized, the Legion patch was coming out. It was about 4 in the morning. I pulled an all-nighter and played all day long just trying to get these clips. It was literally a daytage of me just getting World PvP clips, which was quite the struggle. It came to the point where I needed to get some arenas as well, so arenas were popping at the time, so I kind of got some arena clips in there as well. But it was about 4 in the morning, about 2 hours, maybe an hour before the patch was about to release, and I laid down in bed for a little bit and I realized, should I get up and get these cinematic shots, or should I just wait for tomorrow? Well, I waited for tomorrow, and I highly regret that right now because I cannot get them for the life of me. Ever since the patch released, a lot of my add-ons and editing programs that I usually use within World of Warcraft doesn't work anymore, and it kind of sucks because I kind of use them a lot, and knowing that I can't use them at the moment because they're not updated and they aren't working for the Legion pre-patch kind of blows. So in the meantime, I kind of have to wait for that, and I kind of have to probably wait a week, because that's usually how long they take, a week or two, which is really unfortunate because that means I have to wait longer and survive with just a very minimal amount of space on my computer because it's a potato. I have 2 projects that I am working on at the same time. I have the 70 Twink World PvP montage, which is about 17 minutes long with the cinematic shots. It might reach out to 18 minutes. It might stay at 17 minutes. I don't know. It's still a long video, but it's good. It's worth it, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And I don't know, I'm gonna miss that kind of PvP, knowing that Legion has dramatically changed everything. My second project is what I've told you guys in the last commentary. The whole, I can't say it, but yeah, it's gonna be a surprise. Like I said, first person to do it, but I don't know if I want to wait for this one person for an interview, or I just want to do it anyways. I'm really considering, I'm just putting everything that I have together and just doing it, because waiting for this one person, he's kind of have a busy lifestyle, so it's kind of hard to get a hold of him to the point where he's free, and I don't know if I want to wait for that, so I'm probably just going to edit it anyways. The whole video is about 3 hours long. I gotta literally watch every bit of it and just chop it down to the point where it's reasonably watched. It's not going to be a movie, but it will range into the 41-hour minute mark, around there. So, I mean, it's going to be a video where you guys are going to have time to watch it, like I said before. Other than that, this video is of a free-to-play Druid, as you guys know, Poisonhearte, that I've made in Kata. A lot of his gear I am very satisfied to have at the moment, considering everything just warps around eye level, and knowing that you get like a percentage or 2 if you go above the, I think it's like every 10 item level you get a percentage in stats, I believe. I think that's how it works. If not, then don't hold me accountable for that. I don't really know everything by heart, but after reviewing a lot of my classes and seeing a lot of changes, I realized that, I'm going to have to do a lot of guides, a lot of redo guides. All those guides that I've done back in Kata, back in MOP, and Warlords of Draenor, worthless now. You can't even use them anymore because everything has just changed so much. The Mistweaver Monk, holy hell. I don't know if you guys have tried this yet, but if you don't have a Mistweaver Monk, I highly recommend you make one because they're pretty retarded. Out of BGs, that is. In BGs, it's a little bit better, but out of BGs, I'm legit two-shotting people, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. I went in there and I was going up against this level 25. I chi burst into an up kick, literally 1.5Ks both, and just completely two-shotted them, and I was literally baffled because I didn't think, Warlords of Draenor, you did no damage whatsoever. If you were doing damage, it was probably equivalent to a level 5. Now you're doing damage as of a 29 would do in Warlords of Draenor to a 20. It's pretty insane. This BG, you're gonna see a little lag, a little bit of lag spikes and jolting here and there. I don't know why, but it seems to be after every big patch, or before a big patch, or after every big expansion, or before an expansion, my PC tends to lag. I don't know if it's, the lack of PC requirements for the game, but I don't know if this is for everybody, but for me, it screws with me, and I usually have to wait about a few days for, all the hot fixes and the patches and everything else to come together and kind of clean things up for my PC to start working again. Other than that, it's kind of iffy on how things are, because it just sucks to have to be able to lag every time, but I'll have my good days, and those days I cherish. A lot of you guys wanted me to make a video of my thoughts on Legion and what I thought about it, and and kind of wanted to hear my opinion. My opinion on Legion, which is I'm gonna consider this pre-patch Legion. This is kind of like a little spoonful of like, here, this is a taste of Legion, and it's not official yet. As far as that jump right there, Jesus Christ, yeah, I couldn't get that for a minute because, yeah, don't judge me. Anyways, I don't know what to really think about Legion. I'm kind of iffy on it as far as 20s go. I actually might just play 19s. By the looks of it, since okay, and I think it's Kata. It might have been Kata or it might have been Mop. It was one of the two expansions. They took hit away, and you couldn't hit higher levels. It was kind of like an issue. But when it came to BGs, things were scaled. You were scaled up to that level, and you were able to compete and actually attack those targets with a reasonable amount of damage. Well, now you literally cannot do that. Either you hit them or you miss 5 times, and it kind of sucks. That's how it is right now. You kind of are forced to go to the higher level in order to compete, but at the same time, you really don't have to. I've came across a lot of BGs where it's not really 29s that much. It's more, 24s that I'm really coming across. If anything, I'm seeing a lot of 27s and 28s. I haven't really seen a 29, like a twink 29 that I've queued with in Warlords of Draenor. So, I mean, that's kind of a relief. At the same time, it's just a little AIDS because not everybody knows what they're doing. So, I mean, it's, if anything, it got worse, but I'm trying to find an uplift in it. The BGs, they're quick. We got Catacues back, so I mean, I'm happy about that. We got fast BGs. You don't have to sit for 13 to 15 minutes per BG, so that's a plus if you ask me. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty exciting. I've been trying 60s and 70s lately. 60s, I want to make more of them. I did Sodapop's project for Project 60, and I honestly had a lot of fun with that. And after everything ended, I kind of didn't want to put that team to waste, so I kind of twinked them up during Draenor. And during the twinking process, I don't know what the hell just happened, but my cat just came out of fucking nowhere. Okay, let's focus. Anyways, I started twinking him, and he was actually pretty fun. I played Affliction Warlock, and I kind of wanted to make a mage during Draenor, but I kind of just never had the time to kind of get to it, and never really had the patience to sit there and level them, so I kind of didn't really do it at that moment. Plus, I was waiting for a guild that was active for Alliance as of 60s, that is, and there really wasn't any active guilds for 60s. Horde, there's one on Burning Blade, but I was told that it wasn't active as it used to be, so I kind of just stayed away from making more 60s. It's honestly pretty fun. I enjoyed 60 BGs in Legion a lot. How everything was, transact with a Warlock. I don't know if you guys have tried one yet on a 20, but you can do some pretty crazy damage as an Affliction and Demonology. I'm gonna call it a Demo because I cannot pronounce that for the life of me. You can do a lot of damage as those two specs. As Destro, I didn't really see a good outcome for that spec anymore. If anything, I feel like it sucks now. I don't see a lot of damage. Usually Chaos Bolts would just destroy everybody, but it kind of seems pretty weak compared to an Affliction Warlock and everything else, because as an Affliction you can literally dot everybody up. And then I think it might be Demo. I might got the two mixed up, but there's this one spell. It's called Unstable Affliction or something like that. If you get enough soul shards, you can just apply them constantly, and it just increases the damage. And then put that on top of Soul Leech with a Drain Soul. Literally, they're dead within seconds, and it's crazy. It's pretty equivalent to a 29 Spriest in Legion now. I don't know if you guys have countered that, but I have, and I was literally terrified. I kid you not exaggerating, dropped within 3 seconds. It was pretty retarded. Just all the new stuff that they got and everything that was brought down. Yep, see, here's some more lagging, and that's terrible. I was so sad that this was happening during this BG. It was an okay BG. It was nothing really special. I done goofed that jump because I got a little jolt there, but I redeemed myself and got back up there, so I don't know. I usually don't fail these jumps, but interference with my connection kind of threw me off a bit. But back to 60s and 70s, a 60 Warlock, I recommend making one. Or a Mage. I tried, oh my gosh, I tried a Mage on my 20 Mage. I think it's called like Brain Freeze or something like that. It's a channeled spell, and what it does is it's about a 5-second channeled spell that increases in damage the longer you cast it. So I realized as a 20 Fire Mage is also really good. I'll get to that in a second. But a Frost Mage as a 20, literally all you have to do is cast that spell and they're dead. It's that OP. You don't even have to worry about your Frost Bolts. You don't have to worry about Ice Lands, which I thought was pretty cool that we got. You just cast that and they're dead. If they don't have any heals, they're gone. and it's amazing. And the fact that we got a shield now, holy hell. I mean, I might main a mage over my FCs now because they just destroyed Restoration Shaman, not Restoration Shamans, Restoration Druids. I have no way to get away from people now. There's no more Displacer, there's no more Wild Charge, there's no more nothing. If I want that, I have to level to like, what, 40, 50, something like that, maybe in the 30s. It was around there, but I had to level up to get it, and they took it away from us, and it just completely crippled us as an FC, and it kind of sucked. So I thought, you know, maybe Guardian Druids would work, and maybe, you know, maybe we would have the old Kata FC back. I went on it, I tested it out, and I realized the rage generation sucked. I even put the thrash damage and that regenerates the rage. That it literally did nothing. So I mean, Guardian Druid, I'm not seeing hope in that. And as far as FCing as a Restoration Druid, it's all right. It's still viable. You can still do it. It's just you don't have the escape route, so you kind of have to change up your playstyle a little bit. You kind of can't play like you used to, where you could be a solo FC and kind of do anything. You actually have to rely on your teammates now, considering you only have so little things to cast now. The cool thing that I thought they gave us was the Cleanse Spirit, where we could remove a bunch of like spells and the rogue slows and poisons and whatnot, which I thought was a huge plus. Because if you really think about it, as an FC, everyone's after you, everyone wants to kill you, they're going to put everything on you just to take you down. With that Cleanse Spirit, you can take off Warlock dots, you can take off your rogue slows, anything you can possibly think of that, you know, that can possibly take out. This helps you out there. And a lot of people are going to be rolling Warlocks just because I feel like they're going to be the flavor of the month. This is how OP they are. I've seen a Brewmaster Monk as well. I'm not seeing those as a flavor of the month anymore, so yay that. You don't have to see a bunch of BM monks, but you are going to see a lot of Warlocks. Towards the end game, as of like 70 and above, DKs seem to be the flavor of the month for that, because they're just crazy. I don't know if you guys have tried it out yet, but that is just insane damage as a Frost Death Knight. I think it was a Frost Death Knight. It might have been an Unholy Death Knight. I don't know. Nevertheless, they did a shit ton of damage, and I was pretty blown away about that. As far as 70s go, I have 3 of them. I've had a warrior since, God, maybe Wrath, probably the very end of TBC, and he's been twinged for a while. He's got glaives and everything, and I'm just stoked to have that. I have a rogue from Project 70, and I have a 70 fire mage, which is what you guys are going to see. This channel has never been introduced to this mage, and I kind of want to bring him there because he's just, I love him, and he's so much fun to play. Even now, even in Legion, he has all kinds of new spells that without blazing speed, he's kind of crippled. He can't, like, you know, have as much as mobility as he used to, but other than that, you know, he's pretty cool. I like playing them. I like mages a lot in Legion. I don't know, that's just me. Mages are really fun, and that's probably what I'm going to be playing the most over any other class that I have. I have test run a bunch of other classes and tried out all these other specs that were brought into the game. Feral Druid without the heals, it's a wee bit difficult at 20, but nevertheless, it's a bit better. I think Ferals won't be as strong as they used to be, so it's either you burst and kill someone or you die. That's pretty much how it's going to be. So if you really want to look at a Feral Druid, it's going to be like a warrior and like an arms warrior and priest back in MOP, that twos comp. That's kind of how it's going to be because they're just really squishy. I just realized I'm coming to the end of this video here. I'll play an arena clip after this to make it a little bit longer, but other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. A Feral Druid, they're pretty knocked up, but at the same time, they're really OP if you just let them, like, you know, do their thing without being touched. So that's something to look out for. I mean, I can do a bunch of, like, you know, overviews and different classes if you guys like. I actually had fun doing a bunch of experiments with different classes and specs. I thought that was pretty insane, of the new changes that were brought to them and what was brought to them. I'd kind of seen like some of the things that were brought to them in Draenor before the patch even dropped, so I was pretty stoked for some of the things, but I didn't know this much was being brought to the table as far as like new spells for low levels. It was insane. I have not tried a warrior yet. I keep telling myself I'm gonna hop on my warriors. I want to see what they're like. I've never tried one yet, and I still have an Arms Warrior, a Fury Warrior, and a level 10 Warrior that I have yet to try. I've only played my 70 Warrior, and that's about it. I have not tried the lower levels as a Warrior, so I'm pretty stoked to try those. I'm actually going to do it right after this commentary and see what it's like. But if you guys want me to do an overview of a class and just kind of watch me play it a little bit and talk about it, let me know in the comment section below. That's something I would actually be happy to do, because everything's new to me. We're all gonna have to, you know, readapt to things and see how things work, because this is a whole new game. There's nothing the same. There might be a few different things that, you know, you might carry on from Draenor to Legion, but other than that, it's a completely different ball game. They've literally changed everything, which I'm kind of depressed about, but at the same time, you know, it's kind of cool that things are being changed, but at the same time, I'm iffy on the expansion itself. So, I don't know. The expansion isn't out completely yet, so we'll have to see as far as that goes. But other than that, that's pretty much my opinion on Legion and some of the classes that I've actually played and how I feel, I guess you can say. But yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like. If you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe already. Honestly, it would mean a lot to me. That's pretty much the end of this video. So, yeah. It's been Resto, guys. See you guys next time.